Hey everybody, how are you doing? This is Kirsten here. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is a Better Way with Kirsten podcast. On this podcast, we're talking about chronic pain and chronic sensations, also known as TMS, which means that these sensations are not coming from tissue damage in your body, but they are originating from your brain and nervous system. And this is what we have to focus on when we want to heal our chronic sensations and get better. So right now I am doing a four-part series, and this is part four. I'm doing a four-part series where I'm talking about what are the common fears that people with TMS experience when it comes to getting back to exercise and more specifically strength training. So I've already done 3 episodes on this topic. So if this is your first one that you're listening to, please go back to the first 3 and listen to those before you jump into today's episode. And the reason why I'm talking about strength training is that I know so many people are afraid of it. They think that if my body is hurting, I can't do this. I can't like move. I'm not supposed to do this and that. But the truth is that you can because TMS is not physical. And I understand if you're, of course, your sensations are physical. That's not what I'm saying, that they're not physical. But you might be thinking that it's bad to move, it's wrong to move, and it's not. And I understand that if you can't start with anything like super big or super like heavy or super advanced, you don't have to, but you have to get started with moving your body and incorporating some strength training. This can actually really help you with healing too, because by doing it, you are challenging your fears. And TMS recovery is really about challenging your fears, like overcoming these fears, like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. You have to start showing your brain that you can. And this strength training is one of the things that can be so empowering, especially in the part one of this series. I was sharing how somebody, one of my clients, has gotten so much better from starting strength training. And she said, I feel the best that I've ever felt. And her sensations are way down, like her TMS sensations are way down. So definitely go ahead and check out this episode too. So what I have done is that I have created a quiz that will help you to identify what is your main fear when it comes to starting strength training. If you have TMS right now, what are you afraid of? And when you take this quiz, you're going to answer 7 questions and you're going to find out what is your main fear. And also if you have some other smaller fears. So when you get your results, then definitely click on that more details button. And when you do that, you're going to get a video training that will teach you what you can start doing about that fear because we want to overcome this and we want to get started with strength training. So definitely do that. Take that quiz. The quiz is in the show notes. It's super fun. It's not going to take you much time at all, and you're going to learn about yourself. And so after you take this training and you're like, okay, I need something to get started with. I'm ready to go now. Then my beginner level program, so the beginner level that is meant for new people who are new to strength training or who had a long break, and also including those who have TMS. This program, Train to Build Starter, is on sale right now until September 22nd. So go and check out that program as well. The link is in the show notes. And when you go there, you can also read other people's experiences, what they have experienced, people who also had TMS, and they did this program anyway because they know, just like you should know, that there's nothing physically wrong in their bodies. They can work out. So they did the program, and you can read how it has been going for them. So go ahead and do that, and then I hope you enjoy the quiz, and I hope that you enjoy the Train to Build Starter program as well. So, in the past 3 episodes, we talked about the 3 big fears that I've seen in people who have TMS, and I want to get back to strength training. And today we're going to talk about the fourth one. So, you can find the previous 3 episodes in the show notes too. They're linked there. But I'm going to go over very briefly what these first 3 fears were. So, the first one was this: if I start strength training, I'm going to make my TMS worse. The second fear was this: I have bad past workout experiences. I did stuff that was too intense, too stimulating, and made me like exhausted and depleted. So this was the second one. The third fear was this: what if I start strength training and I won't be perfect with it? I'm so terrified of making mistakes. Okay, so listen to that one as well. And today is part four. And on this part, we're talking about if your fear is, I'm too beginner, I'm too frail, and I'm too out of shape. Like, what do you do then? And if you listen to this and this resonates with you, then you can overcome this. And I'm going to also give you a real life example from one of the clients as well who has overcome this mindset. I'm too beginner, too out of shape. I can't do this. So I hope that her story will inspire you as well. So if you're totally new to strength training, or if you feel like you're too out of shape, you might be intimidated even by these words of like strength training. You may think like, oh my goodness, what is this? Like, this is only for people with like huge muscles and like who are super fit. And who am I to do this? I'm nobody. Like, I've never done this before. I don't know if I can even get started. How do I do this? You may just be like so paralyzed with fear that you give up before you get started. You may just think like, okay, like I don't even know, like I probably can't do this, so I'm not going to try. I don't want to fail. So here are some of the things that you might be thinking right now. Well, I can never get as fit as this other person or these other people, whoever that you admire. So why would I even bother to get started? I am too far gone, right? This might be your inner talk, and it doesn't have to be this way. The other thing that you might be thinking is this: the strength training is just so intimidating. I'm sure I need like some sort of complicated equipment that I have no idea where to get it from and how much is this going to cost. And even if I get this equipment, I don't know what exercise to do with it and how often. So I'm not going to start it at all. It's just like such a confusing thing. Like I'm not going to. And then the other thing that you might be thinking is this: well, is it even all that important then as that I strength train? I mean, can't I just walk or, stretch because I don't need big muscles, right? That is what you might be thinking. But I want to tell you, just like I told you in the first part of this series, that it is so important that you do strength training because there's certain benefits that you can only get from this type of exercise. And I totally understand, like if you enjoy walking, believe me, I enjoy walking too. I do it every single day. If you enjoy yoga, if you enjoy Zumba, if you enjoy swimming, these are all really, really great things. Like, really. But there are certain things that you don't get from them. So, muscle strengthening effect, of course, strength training, right? You get stronger, you get physically stronger. You can do more things in your life when you have more strength and stability in your body. When you get older, you're going to stay independent longer. You're going to have better bone density, right? Because the bones and muscles, they are connected, they're attached. So when you strengthen your bone, when you strengthen your muscles, you strengthen your bones. And especially women in midlife, we start losing our bone density if we don't do anything about it. And what we have to do is strength train. Strength training also helps us with blood sugar balance. So you're going to protect yourself against diabetes a lot better because the more muscle mass you have, the more efficiently your body uses sugars. So you can actually really buffer yourself against and protect yourself against diabetes. This is huge. This is so important. And coming back to bone density one more time. So for example, let's say that you fall, well, or you're about to fall, but you catch yourself because you are strong. You have the muscle strength that you wouldn't have otherwise if you didn't strength train. And if you do actually fall, then your chances of breaking something are way less because your bones are stronger. So you have to do this. Like it's not an optional thing. It's like, ah, yeah, I could do like, I don't know, something else. Yeah, you can, but a little bit of strength training goes a long way. So a couple of times a week, or maybe 2 or 3 times a week, you have to do something. And you can start with total beginner level. Like I said, like train to build starter is ideal starting point. Okay, so these are the reasons why you really should strength train. If you're thinking like, oh, is it even that important that I should? Yes, yes, you should. Okay, so I have some great news. If you're a total beginner, if you're a complete beginner, then you have so much to gain from strength training and you will start seeing positive effects of it faster than people who already have a lot of experience. And there's a term for this in the fitness world. It's called the newbie gains, right? And the newbie gains means exactly this, what I just told you. You're going to start seeing the effects quicker because your starting point is just like basically zero. And it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing that it's a zero. Like I said, you're going to notice quickly, like, oh, I'm getting stronger. I can do this thing. I can do this movement. I can reach. I can grab. I can lift something up. Like, this is just amazing. You're going to get so much stronger quickly. And also, I want to tell you that strength training can be so simple and you can start with no equipment at all. And this is one of the client experience that I want to share with you today, how she also started with no equipment and she was a total newbie to strength training. So here's her story. Just like in the past 3 episodes too, I'm going to tell you what her TMS sensations were, what was her main fear, how she overcame her fear, and how she's doing right now. So here's the first thing. Her TMS sensations were anxiety, pelvic pain, and migraines. So three big ones. And her main fear was this: I'm a complete beginner to strength training. I've had four babies and I have no strength training experience at all. I'm probably too far gone now, and I don't even know where to start. I don't know what equipment to get. How much is it going to cost? I don't even know what exercises to do. Like, I know nothing. It just feels like this totally different world somewhere out there. Like, I don't know what this is about. This is not for me. And additionally, she was thinking what I said before too, that strength training is only for people who have these like big muscles and those like buff gym guys, and I'm not those. I'm not one of those people. But after realizing like how many health benefits strength training has, which I just mentioned to you, she was willing to give it a try. So slowly, carefully, she got started. So how she then overcame her fear? She started with no other equipment besides just a couple of bands and her body weight. So these bands, and she was worried about like how much is it all going to be. So it's like about like $20 or something to get a few bands. And she learned that simple movements such as squats and lunges and push-ups with hands on the wall were the foundation. A couple of other ones, of course, too. These are the foundation of strength training. They are for everybody. Even the people who are very advanced still do squats, still do lunges, still do push-ups. It's just like the level of how we do it. So beginners maybe start with body weight squats. Advanced people are using barbells. That's the cool thing about strength training. Like you can get to so many different levels from a total newbie to like, Olympic weightlifter. You can do all kinds of stuff. Everybody can do it. It's super accessible for everybody. So she started with basic movements. She did everything at home. She spent about 30 to 40 minutes 3 times per week, and she still had time for her family. So how is she doing now? She's doing so great. She's like doing so well. She's now using dumbbells after doing body weight for about 8 to 10 weeks. And by the way, a lot of people can move on to like dumbbells also quicker. But that's what she did. She just wanted to gain confidence that way first, and that was totally fine. So now she's doing using dumbbells. She's still working out at home. She's physically so much stronger. So she has said that the things that used to get her out of breath so easy, like getting up a flight of stairs or things like that, are so easy right now. But the most important win truly is her confidence. She has told me that she doesn't get worked up about things as easily anymore as she used to before. One of the things that she used to always do is that she really like took on other people's emotions a lot. And we've had several conversations about it. And she said, like, every time when I feel like somebody is feeling down or bad, I always feel like it's my job to fix it. So that was her thing. And now she's like, I'm not taking on other people's emotions as easily because I have my own confidence. I know that I matter the most. Like, okay, of course, I'm still caring and kind to others, but I'm not trying to live their life or fix all their problems or fix their like bad mood. I'm just like doing my own thing. And she's now also seeing that working out is like my me time, something that I really look forward to, and I truly enjoy it. So this has been such a great story. And also her TMS sensations are down so much. And it's easy to see why, because all of the mental health benefits that she has gained from working out and all the things that she has done, like overcoming these fears. And I've had this like with other past clients too that have been just like strength training clients when I did more of the nutrition and weight loss work. Then I had several clients who were like total newbies. And every time they did something new, they're like, oh, I used this machine for the first time, or I did like first push up like hands on the dining table, like something like that. It was always like so empowering. They're so happy. They're so excited. Like, oh my God, dude, like I did this, I did this. And all this actually is so empowering for the brain, coming back to TMS. So the mental health benefits that this client has gained from working out are just tremendous because all this has proved to her brain that she is not broken. She can do stuff, right? So maybe you resonated with that. Okay, maybe you haven't had like four babies. It doesn't have to be this way, but maybe you feel like, okay, I am a total newbie. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. And I'm so scared. You can do this. You absolutely can. And I've had people like taking the Train to Build Starter program, doing that, and then been like in their 60s. They've never done strength training before, and they started. So you can go ahead and check out the course and read their stories. Like there are people who were like 62, 65 years old. They started strength training. They're like, I'm getting so much stronger. I even had one person tell me who also did this program that Like at her weakest, like when she was really deep in the TMS stuff, like she couldn't even hold her phone up to read stuff on her phone. Like she was so weak. And now she's like, oh, I'm feeling like I have some core muscles. I can carry my bags. Like I can do stuff, right? Because she's doing strength training. And because she's been doing it now consistently, her brain is also getting the message consistently that she's fine. Nothing to worry about. We're fine here, right? So strength training has such an empowering effect. And if you're new, you can still get started. So two things I want you to do. Number one, go ahead and take that quiz. Find out which one of these four fears that we've gone over in the past four episodes is most likely your main fear. Then go and check out the video training. And then if you want to take a next step, then sign up for my Train to Build starter program, completely beginner friendly. Like this is for beginners and for people who had TMS for a long time. So go ahead and sign up for that. Again, you can use the code September at checkout, and this program is on sale until September 22nd. So get the program before that. And if you have any questions about the program, go ahead and let me know. Just send me a message on Instagram or comment on YouTube, wherever you reach me. All these places are fine. So I hope you found this four-part series helpful and useful, and that you get started with strength training because it really can change your life. All right. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Take care.